Sponsored by Catchpoint, the leader in digital experience management.
Hi, I'm Chris Lopez, Technical Marketing Engineer for Catchpoint. For today's tech tip, I'm going to be focusing on our endpoint client, specifically with use cases about Wi-Fi and application health. Our endpoint monitoring client can be installed locally on a Windows, Mac, or Chrome browser, and it pulls data directly from the device, allowing you to observe your user's digital experience like you're standing right over the shoulder. Let's hop in. The user experience is complex and it's full of potential weak links. If a user has problems with a website, you might think their delivery chain is fine if you, for example, only run tests with cloud nodes, because you're only seeing traffic as it moves from you to them. You'd miss localized problems that are hard to solve simply because they're hard to pinpoint without the right data. Every endpoint client represents live user data straight from their computer, which can be very effective when applied towards, say, a large group of remote users. In this video, you'll see how Catchpoint analyzes web browsing metrics like how long it takes a service to respond or allow user interaction, and device metrics like Wi-Fi strength, CPU and memory utilization, and the path between the endpoint and the service the user is trying to reach. As you can see here, I'm currently inside a customized dashboard that monitors my endpoint clients. This first scenario is going to deal with local issues for remote users, which there are more and more of every day. It's essential that users can access the proper resources, but troubleshooting the right problem can make a world of difference in lost time and productivity. In this center console, you can see a node map of a few endpoints I've added into this widget. It looks like we're experiencing an issue with some of our remote workers in the US, and with this endpoint client, I can quickly determine what their problem is even though I'm not on their network. Let's take a look. As I click into the US icon, we drill down into specific state-level metrics. We've had reports of connectivity problems coming from our marketing team, which are based mostly in Massachusetts. I can see the average response time for users here is unacceptably high. In order to drill down, though, I'm going to use another widget to identify endpoint clients in the affected area. And I can dig into their most recent endpoint data using a personalized smartboard. Here in this smartboard, we can see all the device and web level metrics this endpoint client has been collecting. It looks like this user has been experiencing a high latency, almost 3 seconds per round trip, based off of this chart here. But I can also use the smartboard to look at endpoint data related to response time, time to document completion, and percent packet loss. However, I noticed some irregularities with his device that make further investigation irrelevant. Up here in Wi-Fi signal strength, we can see that he's currently registering at -72. On a scale from -30 to -90, where -30 is perfect internet and -90 is unusable internet, this user is falling below the minimum viable Wi-Fi strength. In addition, his signal quality is an abysmal 18%, indicating that this user should immediately rectify their local problems before trying to troubleshoot anything else. Back inside my main dashboard, I can also analyze data from my endpoints in the context of specific applications. Here, Catchpoint is monitoring average times for our help desk application, Zendesk. If I click into it, we'll be able to see every endpoint client that uses this application and monitor their experience with it. And it looks like a few of our users are experiencing high latency, and most of them are located within the geographic area that was just experiencing issues. So I'm going to pick one of them and we'll dive into another smartboard. Inside another endpoint smartboard, I can look at the client's experience with a specific application, as well as its experience with all the applications that they currently deal with. Thanks to Catchpoint's 830 external monitoring stations, I'm always able to get an accurate readout of the critical path between the user and their application. Although his Wi-Fi and signal strength are fine, this helps me sort through the last mile providers, ISPs, and any other point of failure that might exist along this application delivery chain. And you can see as I trace the path the user takes to get to their support application and any connectivity problems that may come up along the way. And thanks to the endpoint dashboard, I've been able to identify my team's network issues in a matter of moments. rather than however long it would have taken me to do that manually. Catchpoint is able to analyze every aspect of a user's digital experience with a unique level of granularity. And I'd love to show all of it, but this is all we have time for today. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.
Sponsored by Catchpoint, the leader in digital experience management.